Hello everyone. I want to say xin chào. Is a similarly hello. Yeah, okay. I come from Vietnam. I think I can introduce myself. My name is Vân. I'm BSc candidate in first year. In my major about theology and methodology of engineering education. In maybe I say in the this morning, and I know that OER is the 3 years ago. But I think when I research OER I create solution with the problematic to create online course with from K-12 and K-12 to higher education. And I think I create the new research in I want to approach it with the active learning and mix in the new method, new strategies in the world. Therefore, I search in the internet in the open pedagogy, and in the my study is big study. Therefore, I think today I can. I have 15 minutes. I can focus in open pedagogy in application of open pedagogy in higher education in Vietnam. And in the my content is the 5 key points in the introduction, research gaps, in research question, in the next that is the research design and procedure. And in I want to focus in propose instructional designer process based on open pedagogy. Yes, I think in my country in the open pedagogy in open education in maybe it's the new content, and I don't looking for information in the some community academic. Therefore, I need to start the fundamental research with the step one in the introduction. I research in globally, the urban education movement has developed strongly, paving the way for innovation in teaching and learning method, in which open pedagogy has emerged as a key connecting bridge. I can example open educational quality initiative. Yeah, 2011 published a report on OER development, emphasizing the need to shift the focus from urban access to content toward open pedagogical practice that are closely connected to contemporary educational context. I want to focus in Vietnam. Educational reform has become an urgent and inevitable requirement, clearly reflected in a policy framework on OER and digital transformation, especially in the 2023. Yes, this is in approving the program for developing a model of open education resources in higher education, affirm the importance of OER as a strategic digital infrastructure. In the next that 2024 plan no 1919 on developing an OER repository for higher education indicates that the annualization of OER lead to change in pedagogical principle and instructional guidelines in digital environment. And the question is no longer whether to open or not, but rather how to implement openness appropriately in the Vietnamese context. Yes, and I think I can short present in short words introduction. After that, I make literature review and identity in research gap, and I use in the fundamental research with the processing prisma. Yet in the true figure, I uh, I upload the bibliometric methods, and beside the thematic analysis in the to summarize thematics in the world to research in to research open pedagogy. In the after that, I research database, big database in Scopus and Web Science. And I focus, say, 1997 document, and I use ViOS Viewer app and visualization of currency keyword network on Open Pedagogy. I search the keyword for Open Pedagogy, Open Education Resources, and Open Education Practice. And after that, when I make literature review, and I summarize its perspective on open pedagogy and create it the one publication, and I can share in the publication in the next time. Okay, in the perspective on pedagogy is the three key points from the analysis of central keywords. Open pedagogy cannot be viewed as a rigid model. It requires a flexible approach in three keywords. Either one, firstly, open pedagogy as a philosophy. Yes, I approach the method and methodology and theology with my major. And secondly, open pedagogy as a practice. In that, maybe you know that in the some practice, it creates a renewable assessment. It is the example for open pedagogy as a practice. And thirdly, open pedagogy is a practice. It is the meaning, the transformation, the transformation is the action. And after that I identity is the three key point research gaps in the lack of valid theological model and reliable measurement instruments supported by empirical evidence. Future research should focus developing and setting specific open pedagogy model that we can apply across different learning contexts. It provide a foundation for deeper investigation into strategies that promote student active participation, critical thinking, and creativity through open pedagogy. In like that, in the true research gap is a limited research on ethical issues, social awareness, and institutional impact in copyright, church, and academic. Yet, in the next that in the research gap, three research gap in the field study have explored impact of open pedagogy on the development of student professional identity. In the skill, I want focus in the next future study. Yes, in Vietnam, open pedagogy in informal higher education remain limited. There is a lack of systematic implementation model, measurement achievement, and empirical research. Throughout examination of international model combined with the development of a solid theoretical foundation for open pedagogy tailored to the Vietnamese education context is urgently needed. Yeah. After that, I identity research gap, and I create the research question. And maybe it's a big question is how can open pedagogy be implemented in formal higher education in Vietnam? And I create a sub-question include in the four research question. Research question one is what is the current state of open pedagogy implementation in informal higher education institution in Vietnam? In like that, in the research question two, is the what factor influence the implementation of pedagogy, open pedagogy in formal higher education institute in Vietnam? In like that, in the research question three, how should teaching and learning active based on open pedagogy be designed and organized in Vietnam higher education? I want focus create new activity in my class. Yes, in the research question four, in what solution can promote the implementation of open pedagogy in Vietnamese higher education. With the 4 sub-questions, and I propose the research and procedure with the 4 phase. Yeah, 4 phase. Phase 1 is the current state assessment and factor analysis with the by design survey questionnaire and analyze data to clarify level of open pedagogy implements across factor group. And I must survey lecture student in admission in my university. Yes, and like that in phase 3 and phase 2, phase 3, and I design experimental implement. And I must focus develop a teaching and learning process based on open pedagogy principle and um, based on create the survey and questionnaire in the phase 1 and phase 2. I based on the model framework in famous open education practice. And when I make literature review, I looking for 3 model or framework is suitable to my study in the OER adoption core instructor in the matrix model of open education practice error. And in the open education practice for teaching practice cognate in 2017. Yes. After that, I think in the phase 3, in I design and experimental with the uh, 5 keywords, 5 key points is open planning, open product, open reflection, open process of creating OER, and open assessment. And in the next semester, I can practice and experimental in open pedagogy in non-credit learning. And after that, I practice in a formal course. And after that, I see in the, I explore the some item is critical thinking in the enhance in the 21 central skill in my student. And after that, I can propose solution. Yeah, in the free, free, favor. Yes, propose solution is propose an implementation process for open pedagogy in higher education institution and recommend in place implementation solution is the three idea is development of OER in Vietnam, development of lecture pedagogical competency, and the final is development of student digital competence. Yes, I think I can present. I finished present in the my proposal research. Okay, and maybe I think I need to recommend for my process I propose, and I can enhance my research in the future. Thank you. Yeah.